This podcast and every other podcast that I make is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. They get content early, ad-free, and extra content. Things are also completely unedited on Patreon versions, but I guess the actual biggest upside is that you are supporting the creation of these shows, allowing me to pay editors, hosts, and artists, which will lead to merch, live events, potentially even tours in the future, and stability for shows like this, which probably wouldn't be able to sustain themselves alone. Because of our Patreon supporters, Red Lips Orange Car is able to exist, despite YouTube constantly trying to demonetize this kind of content. So, if you'd like to help out, check out the link in the description, and huge thanks to everybody who already does. You said you got something injected into your butt.
Cheek.
Well, what's the difference? Oh, there is a difference. You're right. Butt cheek is an important.
I'm so glad
if
you
you
asked,
inject,
Alana.
there's other things you can inject.
Right into your ass.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Just the cheek,
And
though.
it rhymes.
Vodka.
And it rhymes with rum.
Like an enema? Like butt chugging?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
It is
cum.
just rum.
Why would you inject that
Oh.
into your butt, though?
Well, I just
Because
thought
then it bypasses the liver. It gets you drunk
Yeah.
faster. It's incredibly
it does.
dangerous.
Right.
If you learn, yeah, I learned that in high school.
Apparently, that
The
can
hard
kill
way
you.
or through a book? Yeah, it can.
Always the hard way.
Actually, you butt chugged?
No. I want to scratch that off the record.
She butt sipped.
This
The
was a
French are
bit-
civilized
this
people.
was a bit that became too real. What? I'm gonna say no.
Damn, baby, I didn't know she had it like that. All right. Confirmed.
You know
Hey,
what they
listen,
say, French,
it's 20
French are freaks.
Do they say that?
But no, it never happened.
I don't know if they
I
say
picture
that.
the French having boring sex. I'm sorry.
Well, it includes probably a
Yeah,
nap
fair.
somewhere
I mean,
or a long
fair,
lunch
yeah.
I
break.
reckon they probably just
Right.
like kiss each other's faces a lot. I think the French do a lot of
I feel
face
like it's
kissing.
it's very intimate.
Is it? Well, that's not boring. Intimate's great.
Well, it depends.
Which nationality has the best sex?
Jamaicans,
Not Americans, I'm
national.
telling you that.
Okay,
Haitians,
so
or Jamaicans.
we have the most sex. They figured that out. Which country do you think has the most sex?
Haiti.
Maybe
Well, that's not a
Haiti.
country.
I was gonna say
That's
I was
a
gonna say
country.
some like aren't there like is it in like
It's a country.
Scandinavian or very northern countries where
Why?
the sun because sometimes it's like night all the time,
Yeah, that's good logic.
Oh.
I respect the logic.
right?
Yeah.
So like you're not going outside. You're
I'm just
probably
picking the
banging.
horniest. I'm just picking the horniest men I know is always Haitian men.
I want to hear the answer, Alana.
Mexico.
Mm.
Mexicans
Fair.
apparently.
Fair.
The percentage of adults having sex at least once a week is 71.
You know the greatest
They're living a good
aphrodisiac
life.
is tahine.
Yeah. The second is Spain. Third is Switzerland. Fourth is Malaysia. Fifth is Poland. Sixth is Italy. Seven is China. Eighth is Russia.
Who's 9?
Fair.
Okay,
Good
but
for them.
There's a
Good for
distinction.
them.
This is interesting.
Okay.
Getting right into stats.
Yeah.
So that was who has the most sex. The 12 most sexually satisfied. So that's who is having the
Oh.
best sex. Wow.
And I bet number
Let's
1 is not
figure
the
it out.
same.
Number 1 is Switzerland.
Really?
I don't
Well-
think that's real.
No.
I'm
they
gonna
keep
say
time
someone
well.
from Switzerland wrote that.
Did someone from
Find the
Switzerland
fucking
write
name
this?
of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Jody Gamau. Gamau could be from
Sounds like we know who wrote that.
Well, I'm surprised they're having satisfied sex when the only position they can take is neutral.
Nice.
Oh!
Not on stuff like porn and brothels though. They have licensed brothels. They have a really liberal stance on porn.
And great skiing.
And great skiing.
And great chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, I'd fuck to that. 2013 study revealed that 21% of Swiss nationals rate their sexual performance and their sex lives as excellent. Apparently, that's the highest in the
them.
world.
You know what? Good for them, but also don't believe it.
I don't believe it for a second.
Number 2 is Spain.
Not for a second.
Number 3.
I can believe Spain.
I believe Spain too.
I believe Spain.
Number 3 is Italy. I believe it as well.
Okay,
The
fine.
wine.
Where is Sealand, that old oil derrick that's been converted into a sovereign nation off the coast of Scotland?
What?
I think, yeah, I bought Patrick a lordship there for his birthday one year.
What?
So he is Lord Patrick Brown of Sealand.
Real?
You not familiar?
Actually?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like buying a star. I don't think it actually, they just kind of sell
It's so
dukedoms and
small.
lordships. Yeah, it just makes me wonder what kind of sex they're having.
On Sealand? What's the population?
Dude, I don't even know what
It's
Sealand
2.
is.
They could be having tons of sex. Okay.
What is
I'll
Sealand?
give you the link. I only just learned about it right now, so.
I thought you were talking about SeaWorld this entire time.
No,
She was just saying it
no.
wrong. This dumb bitch doesn't even know what Sealand is.
I know what Sealand is, and I know what SeaWorld is,
Uh-huh, sure
and
you
there's
do.
one of them where you can be
Yeah,
having
what's
sex.
the difference?
I just told you.
In 1943, during World War II, HM Fort Ruffs, sometimes called Ruffs Tower, was constructed by the United Kingdom as one of the... I don't care. But apparently, Sealand... Ooh, there was a fire in 2006, Charlotte. Why didn't you tell us about the fire?
Because if there's one thing they're not for want of, it's water. So they were able to put it out.
You
I'm
reckon?
sure.
Unless it was an
Yeah.
electrical fire.
Sealand.
Or oil.
Yeah.
So Sealand
You don't
is
want to put
just
water on.
it's just
Yep.
what is this?
I don't really...
It's just a
Just,
little. It's just a little guy.
It's like a platform.
No, but it's not even it's the platform exactly. It's not even
like a-
land.
And
This is not land. This is a platform.
and like a bad one.
yeah, and they are fucking down.
The two of them. Again, they think there's 2 of them on there.
I hope they're not siblings. Babe, I want to take you to Sealand and show you the whole platform.
Let's just get railed at Sealand.
All 2 of us.
What is this?
The
I'll
founder
get on a
died in
plane
2012.
for a- probably from having too
It's a
much sex.
helicopter
Fuck
pad.
too much. Is it a helicopter
Fuck
pad?
too much.
This is just a helicopter pad.
I don't really
This
like.
is a platform.
Okay, Fiona, can I just say something? I just feel like you're really
Yeah.
disrespecting Sealand right
Sorry.
now.
Oh my god, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
they've been
Okay.
through a lot.
so
Their founder
sorry.
died. They had a fire.
In
Oh my
2006.
god.
And surely there's other things. 2006, the year Twitter was founded. I
Oh,
found
it was
that
bad
today.
for everybody.
Death
Yeah.
of founder.
Yep.
He suffered from Alzheimer's.
It caught fire due to an electrical fault. I knew it. The water didn't help at all.
You know, coincidentally, I call my room Sealand.
Why is that?
It's for my initial.
Ah,
It's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. I
That's
you know what?
great.
It's been super fun.
Wait.
Thank you so much for
Sports. There's a subtopic for sports
No,
on
there is
Sealand.
not.
There fucking is.
Sealand
Sealand.
only
Recognized.
racquetball.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Sealand is not recognized by any international sporting body, and its population is insufficient to maintain a team composed entirely of Sealanders in any team sport. However,
What about tennis?
exactly. However, Sealand
skateboarding?
claims
True.
to have official national athletes, including non-Sealanders. They take part in various sports such as curling, mini golf, football, fencing, ultimate. What is ultimate? Oh,
It's
just
like
ultimate
it's
frisbee.
disc frisbee. Yeah. They
Table
don't like it when you
football
call it frisbee.
and athletics. My favorite sport, athletics.
athletics.
Right.
How do they do it?
Can I
It's
ask?
very small.
You could fit athletics on a helicopter pad.
Athletics,
you
yeah,
can't.
if
What are
it's
you
like
talking
aerobics.
about? Well,
Wii
what are you
Sports?
talking about? They have ultimate frisbee on a helicopter pad.
No.
That's like
No.
6 feet.
I
There's
No,
no,
they
way.
don't. There's no way.
I also want us to keep in mind that Patrick Brown is a lord of Sealand.
Does he play any sports?
He's mean to me.
Well, I actually want
We'll
to
take
talk
it.
Very
to you
good
about
at it.
that. Charlotte, I actually want to talk to you about that because
Yeah?
in the Death of Founder tab, it says his son Michael now styles himself as Prince of Sealand.
Oh. So he's in charge
So-
of Patrick.
Yeah, so Michael is in charge of Patrick.
You know,
Um,
it just occurred to me, my brother-in-law, one of his social media handles has Sealand in it, and I wonder if it's a reference to this. I'm going to message
I
him and
bet
ask.
we can
Can
ask.
you hit him up?
Let me hit up Miles
Yeah,
real
let's-
quick and see what the
Figure that
situation is.
out. Let's get to the
I'm gonna get a
bottom of
shirt. We
this.
should make shirts for this show that say I went to Sealand and all I got was dick down.
That is not what I expected you to find.
I went to Sealand and all I got was dicked down.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I didn't see it coming. And was it by
I got dicked down at Sealand.
Sealand?
Okay.
Oh,
We'll
By
get matching.
just by Michael.
I got dicked down by the prince.
Michael's dicked me down in Sealand. Oh my god. That's very good.
No.
That's very good.
That's
To
funny.
revert to the list of the 12 sexually most satisfied countries, I need you all to know that Australia is number 9 and
Nice.
Nigeria is number 10. Get dunked on, Nigeria.
That's wild to me.
Don't
They're coming
disagree.
for the crown.
Don't disagree.
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing, but that's wild to me.
What's
I'm neutral,
Australia
like,
or
Swiss
Nigeria?
Wild, yeah.
And I felt like Nigeria would have been 3. But I guess what I'm considering it is like the horniest people. So I just assume the horniest people are always.
That could lead to them not being sexually satisfied.
That's what I'm thinking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, they're not
never
sexually
satisfied.
They're never satisfied. That's why they're so horny.
That's why they're on 10.
Fair.
There you
Fair.
go.
Yeah.
And again,
Not a bad
Well,
place to be.
Did the podcast start yet?
yeah. Hey everyone.
it did.
Welcome to another episode of Red Lips Orange Kai Milana. That's Fiona and that's Charlotte. This is a podcast that's about, I don't know, dating in the internet. And I have prepared
Getting dick down.
by the
By Prince Michael.
of Sealand, the Prince himself. Okay, I have a video that I wanted to show y'all because I just thought
Okay.
that this was. I have to make sure that you guys can hear the audio when I share this, though.
Okay.
Advanced
There's a way
sharing
to
options.
Computer audio, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go share screen, and I'm gonna go this share. What does it look like?
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, I see
it.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Okay. And then let me move this over so that the recording
I
can
see
also
the
see
desktop
Uh-huh.
TikTok view, which is the
You
best
got
way
it
to use
here.
the site.
Beautiful. Okay. Can you hear this?
I cannot.
Charlotte, you muted.
No.
You can't hear it? Charlotte,
can't
you're
hear it.
definitely muted.
I did not hit mute. I don't know what
Weird.
That's
happened there.
suspicious.
I cannot hear it though. Who muted
That's
me?
suspicious. I don't know. Prince
Hide
Michael?
Names.
Prince
Share
Michael?
sound. All right, I got it. Okay.
You got it?
So yeah, this is for audio listeners. This is a TikTok video from someone called Drek Christina, and it says "Bringing
Okay.
Dimitri out from the vault."
Yeah, hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri. Sorry I had to leave such a rushed message with you.
You guys can hear it now, right?
When we met
Okay.
the other day. I just want to quickly give you my phone number, and I had to get the heck out of the area. In any event, I figure I better leave you a more detailed message and explain why I approached you. I am single. I have no trouble meeting women. I mean, women approach me 6-7 times a day.
6-7 times a day.
But I'm very
Damn.
particular about what I like. You're extremely elegant. I couldn't take my eyes off of you, and your friends were very jealous. Even if they say they weren't,
They were.
they were envious of the fact that I approached
Yeah.
you, and I was very taken by you. Elegant women are very rare. I'm Greek, and I'm very particular about what I
His
like.
face this whole
So I'm
time.
giving you an opportunity here. I don't know if you pick up the messages on the weekend, but I'm working on a movie script, so I'm pretty much around all weekend
Love that.
doing that. I left you my number, 416-918.
She muted it, which is great.
This looks like a landline, and if it is, you may not get the message till Monday. But when you do, call me, and then we'll get together for coffee and chat and let the romance begin. You look very taken aback by my approach,
Yeah.
and
good
I
sign.
hope that isn't timidness. I hope it was just a little bit of shock at being approached so directly. Because I don't really date timid women, because I'm a very direct, very passionate, very assertive man.
Yeah,
And I
for
want
sure.
a woman who's very
Oh, it's still
independent and strong.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll talk about that. But I just wanted to formally introduce myself. Now I have. I leave the ball in your court. You call me as soon as you have the
Balls in her
courage
court.
to.
Balls in her
Okay,
court.
Olga?
Oh my
Talk
god,
to you
it
soon.
still goes.
Bye.
Or she maybe just talks about it.
Hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri
There's another
calling
one.
again, the guy from the street. I left you a message several days ago. You said you were interested. Now, here's the way
I didn't know it kept
work.
going.
I don't like leaving second messages, but I like you. You're a very elegant woman. You're very attractive. But, you know, I don't play that game. I know your friends tell you not to return calls. You're playing games like you see on stupid TV
Yeah.
shows. So here's how it's going to work. It is now 4:30 on Wednesday.
Here's how it's gonna work. This is how girls end up dead.
I'll assume that you've already left work, because, you know, some people leave early.
Queen.
And I'll grant you that. But if I do not receive a phone call back from you by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, I'm no longer interested, and you can erase my number. I don't play games like that. I'm completely single. I'm very intelligent. I'm great in bed. I make great money. Believe it or not, I'm a complete catch. I've only been single 4 months. I had a long-distance relationship. You know, went a year. It's very tough to maintain it like that,
sure,
and
yeah.
it didn't work out. There's nothing wrong.
I mean, that's
Okay, that's the whole thing.
unhinged. Also, look at the hashtag misogyny.
I know.
Crazy, wild.
Wow.
Wild.
A lot to
I
unpack there.
know. Where did she get the sweater? I really like it.
Where do you think I can meet Dimitri?
On the street.
On the
It's-
street.
it
yeah.
seems,
And he'll
yeah,
leave you a
he's the man.
voicemail.
Maybe 2 if you like. Well,
Well,
he doesn't like
He
to leave a
doesn't do
second.
that. He doesn't do that. He really liked her.
Yeah, so she only got 2. I probably couldn't.
Yeah,
and all
she
my
got
friends
2.
would be jealous.
Wow.
How wild.
Yeah.
How truly
I mean,
wild.
it got weird. It got weird. I mean, already leaving a voicemail like that's weird, but like
Leaving a
it got
voicemail at all.
scary.
No, if anyone ever leaves
like-
me a voicemail, I want nothing to do with them. Even my own
not
mother.
gonna listen to him.
No, fuck
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. It's
what
like,
are you doing?
yeah. Like a voicemail, but that's just so.
Send a text.
unhinged.
Yeah, it's a
Don't
lot.
Oh my
reach me.
God.
Don't contact me at all. I don't want
I
to hear
don't
from
want to be
anyone.
perceived.
Yeah, don't delete
Yeah.
my number.
That was submitted by somebody who listens to this very show. They sent that through because they
That's-
thought it would be
wow.
interesting. for
Yeah,
us to
that's a
listen to.
good
Very
one.
kind of them.
Yes.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
one, but
I-
that's wild.
Do you think that anyone ever saying "I'm a catch" has ever worked on
No.
anyone else ever?
So you don't have to. If you are a catch, you wouldn't have to.
So
feel
what's
No.
the
need to say
psychology
that.
behind it? What do they think is going to happen by saying "I'm a catch"?
Well, they're not.
Correct.
There's nothing. There's like nothing that he can say. He wants to say it so she knows that he's like he's aware
setting
that he's
the
a
record
catch.
straight. It's
Yeah.
not even like, hey, I think I'm a catch. He's like, listen, so you understand this, so you know what you're leaving on the table. I am a catch.
Yeah.
Okay,
I might
you
murder
understand?
you,
Or
but
I might
people
I might
do try to
catch
catch
you
that.
and put you in my trunk, but I make a lot of money.
Yeah. But he's also saying like giving her a chance. Like, hey, I'm a catch. You don't want to mess up.
I feel like a lot of
Wild.
what that was actual pickup artist tactics, like the ones that they have
Yeah.
like written down.
In like a book.
Yes, where it's like your friends are all very jealous of you, just so you know.
And if they say they
So
weren't, they're
wild.
lying to you.
That's
For
so
sure.
wild.
I think I've had people try to neg me before. One time a guy came up to me and said, "Oh, it's good to see that you're eating a salad." I was like, that's gotta be a neg.
Oh my God.
That's gotta be a neg.
thing. They feel like they need to say that. What
I
is
cannot
that?
imagine what else that could have been.
I don't remember if I might have mentioned this already on this show, but like I tried to use Grindr once because trans women use that app because it's hard out there for like that kind of queer dating. But
Yeah.
like it asked for my weight and I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm not self-conscious about it. And I put it on there and my height. And then I got a message cold from this guy that just said, "Hi, you don't look overweight in your picture."
You did. You mentioned that somewhere.
I think
don't know
I
if
did
it was
on the first
show.
one, or
Was it
maybe
on the
to
show?
you.
Maybe to
I don't
me.
know,
Oh
but
my God.
it still just strikes me. Which reminds
That's
me, I was
wild.
taking screenshots and keeping track of all the couples I came across
Yes.
on Tinder, so I
We
can
hear
go
about
through
it.
some of those with
I'd
you
love that.
later. Yeah,
Do it right
so-
now. Let's go. Let's segue.
Well, I actually have to log into my Google Photos and hope that they're backed up because I destroyed my phone on vacation.
Oh, what happened?
Oh
I
no!
just dropped it like I always do, which maybe that's the problem. that's maybe there's
Oh,
the
you are
problem.
known for dropping stuff, huh?
I am, so I bought a fanny
Sometimes Charlotte
pack. Little
dropped
klutz.
that. She drops that shit.
that.
I do drop
Drop
that.
it.
I drop
Damn.
it.
Dropped
I
it.
dropped
Damn.
a
Drops
picture on Twitter last night of my butt in jeans.
I saw that.
That I posted it kind of as a joke, but I took it to make sure I didn't have dirt on my butt because I was hiking, but also it looked really good.
Of course.
It looked good. It looked good.
I just take a picture of my butt to see if there's dirt on it.
That is what I did.
Checking. To
Yeah,
see if I have
yeah.
Dirt on my pants.
Yeah.
With pictures.
With pictures and posting it on Twitter.
Oh, my
Well, I
butt's
can't
too.
see
It's
the-
too big. I can't reach and look at it. It's too
Can't
much
see.
ass.
Listen.
Too much ass.
Listen, sometimes a cake is so nice you have to take a picture before you eat it.
Good. Fair.
That implies you eat your own ass.
Yeah, very flexible. Okay.
Man.
Wow.
Leave me alone.
If
Anyway,
if I had a nice ass like that, I'd also eat it. Yeah.
Oh,
Carry on.
stop.
No, I would never eat my own ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat my own ass. But I got a reply on Twitter from someone who just, a lot of people were like being coy and having fun and posting like memes and gifs, but someone was just like, "Can I smash it?" Whoa, dog. Can I smash it?
I think that's better than
No.
I want to smash it.
Well, I blocked
They
them either
asked.
way.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, that was
we have different blocking
block.
standards.
Yeah.
People will
block.
reply
That
to
was a
my
quick
tweets
block.
with photoshopped porn of me, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
seems fine. I block them if they like threaten to murder me mostly.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
anyway,
fair.
I respect your boundaries.
I usually mute, but sometimes I'm like, if
Sometimes
it's not
it's a
funny,
block.
I get
I'll
it.
just
I get it.
block.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Um,
anyway, I destroyed my phone.
yeah, what happened?
But
you just
came
dropped
across.
it and now it's
I
like,
just dropped it and the screen the glass was fine. The display just broke. But now I have an
Oh,
iPhone.
weird.
so-
I was wondering why our text thread changed color.
Exactly.
When it happened, I was like,
That's true.
blue?
You're right. That is true. I didn't notice that. I thought, oh wait,
I
did Tyler
totally
always have an
noticed.
iPhone?
Yeah.
all week
'cause I was
I've
like,
been
wait,
texting
wait.
with people that were like, hang on.
Yeah, I felt like I was like, this is not normal, but I don't have enough information to mention it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It was
not-
when I went to send the text. It was before it even sent. The like arrow was
Changes
blue, and I
to
was
blue.
like,
Curious. Yeah, I
curious,
mean, I
I'm
haven't had an
curious.
iPhone since my 4S.
"Can we talk about
So
the like phone display on the wall behind you?" By the way,
That's the iPhone 4S right there.
yeah.
So
So you really framed your own phones as pop art.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like it.
I mean, I have a lot that I
it's
could
sick,
add
it's
to
cool.
it, but I think it's finished.
I
I,
like
don't
it.
want to do it anymore.
It's finished. No more.
I think it's finished. I think it's
Yeah,
finished.
you're
I think
right.
it's you know,
It's good.
All the primary colors
that's and more.
and also green.
Yeah.
And also
Green is also there.
Green is also there, but hey, maybe one day this phone will get added to it. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have screenshots backed up.
I sure hope so.
I gotta check because the app became unusable. There were so many couples.
There's no filter for you to say that you don't want couples.
They just add it as one person.
so they're
So it's
intentionally
usually
trying to
it's
work
the
around
woman's name. Yes, they're intentional, and it's always the woman's name. It's just her picture first. Very
It's always-
occasionally, you'll
yeah.
see.
it. But here's the thing.
It'll never be the man first.
And I
No, never.
look, as somebody who's attracted to both men and women, I am so much more attracted to women, like a good 70% of women, and a
Well,
good
that's why they do that. Yeah.
20% of men. No, but that's the thing is the woman's gonna get the pass pretty easily. The man is not. Like, I need to see that picture
They want
faster.
to intrigue you. Well, they
No.
want to intrigue you.
'Cause as soon
They
as I
wanna
see the
kind of
dude, I'm like,
trap
"Ah!"
you. Yeah, they want to trap
Yeah.
you.
It's always the dude's always
like
so
a trap.
schlubby too. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, this
Hmm.
is not. It looks like I don't have them. They're on my old phone. But like,
Ugh.
it's honestly, it's the same thing every time. But when I would go on and use it, which I haven't as much lately, because I was on vacation and also I started talking to a few people and I was like, why don't I just swipe to swipe? But
Right.
it was like for every, let's say like 20 minutes of using the app, there would be like 4 to 5 couples.
Damn.
Like unusable. It's like
Yeah.
like it's the kind of thing that needs to be moderated by the development team at Tinder, because it makes the app unusable, because it's just like
Wow.
they're not looking for a third to add to the relationship, because there's
Yeah.
plenty of poly people on those apps. Like, that's one thing. We're looking for somebody mostly so my hubby can like
Right, have a
experiment
threesome.
with sleeping with other people. Like, it's like, oh man, it's so annoying.
It's
bleak out
so
there.
bad. Yeah, it's bad. Speaking of talking to people, guys, I have a crazy story.
Let's go.
Okay, if I could have 2 minutes of your time, guys. So if you know me, I was cheated on multiple times by my ex. We're broken up. We've been broken up since we dated from July last year till February. And I never had full proof that she like hooked up with someone, but like there was like always someone else there. Like she was texting people. I was like, you're cheating on me. Anyways.
Yeah.
I never had like that definite proof. So 2 weeks ago, I go back on Hinge because what happens is I get on Hinge for 5 days, then I feel disgusting. I delete it, and then I'm back on like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I'm back on Hinge. I sign up. I'm doing everything. In 5 minutes, I get a message from someone, like replying to one of my prompts saying like, LOL, damn, we both got played. I'm like, who's this? I click on it, and I'm like, oh, no way. It's the girl that my ex cheated on me with. It's the girl that I was worried about. Message me on Hinge. Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, we start talking. I freaked out. We started talking, and I was like, let's grab drinks. Let's grab drinks.
Fiona, you're so forward.
It's
so bold.
Let's grab drinks. Well, I was like,
No, I love this.
She was talking to me, and I was like,
I love drinking.
and I'll be honest, I wasn't really.
I'm grabbing.
I wasn't in. I love grabbing.
Sorry. Sorry,
I
keep
mean,
going.
yeah, when the opportunity
I'm actually
is,
very interested.
consensually available. Sorry, go ahead, Fiona.
No, right. Okay. So I was not, from her pictures, she wasn't my type.
Okay.
So really I was like hoping for a friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went to grab drinks. I brought my coworker, Gina. We went to this like lesbian event, and we were like, let's grab drinks there. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to really fill out the blanks here. Because I don't know what the hell happened.
100%.
So one side of the story is my ex was fully cheating on me, was in a relation, like a committed relationship with her since November.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not joking.
So you weren't just being like slept around on she was dating multiple people.
Oh my God.
Dating this woman.
That's
since
like
November.
dad in the 70s
How?
level shit.
I mean, I was like, and the thing is, like, I was going to therapy because I was blaming myself for like the breakup. I was like, because she essentially manipulated the situation, saying me like I was the problem.
Yeah.
I was like going through it, but then I was like, oh, interesting. I was absolutely correct. You guys were in a relationship. It was crazy.
So did she also not know?
She knew, but what happened was my girlfriend, my ex would be like, oh, we're on a break. We're going to break up soon. Like essentially telling her we're going to break up soon. Don't worry. We'll be together. And I'm like, when was the break? When was the break though? Because we were fully in a committed. And I remember like there were times where my ex is fully a narcissist, by the way. This is like confirmed now. But like my ex was like essentially trying to make me feel like I wanted an open relationship when I was like straight up. I was like, no, if you want an open relationship, we're breaking up. Like I was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
She was like trying to be like, oh, you want one? I'm like, no, I don't.
She's trying to put the
I literally
idea
don't
in your
want
head.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But like now everything like opened up. Everything was clear. But now she's dating. I actually saw her 2 weeks ago. I didn't talk to her at all, but I saw her 2 weeks ago with like this popular TikTok girl that she's dating now. Anyways.
So how
Is it one of those TikTok lesbians?
It's like one of like the popular TikTok, and I'm like,
She's in the universe.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
What is this?
So-
Is there some kind of covenant?
There's just like these popular TikTok lesbians,
coven of
and
TikTok
she's one
yeah.
and she's dating one of them. But
Wow.
so anyways, and I'm gonna jump back to that night.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go back to it, but jumping back
Drinks
to that
night.
night.
Yeah.
Drinks, we're
Grabbing.
drinking, we're grabbing, we're drinking, and I'm like, I'm looking, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm kind of attracted to her.
Nice.
She goes out to drink. She goes out to drink. And I turn to Gina. I'm like, Gina, I'm going to have sex with this woman. And so,
Yes.
flashback to for this like last weekend. And anyways, I'm seeing her.
Yes.
I'm like talking to this girl.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause
man.
my question was going to be, so is she cool?
So she's awesome. She's awesome. And we're like talking. And obviously I don't want to rush into anything, but like we're talking and we're going on dates and stuff. And she's great. She's amazing.
amazing.
And like, and then that Saturday she was over at my place. It was 4 a.m. Guess who calls us?
President
wait,
Joe
wait.
Biden.
You did this.
Fiona. Fee. Well, it's 7 in DC.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah, he
she
probably
calls
wakes up
me.
at like 6. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Look,
No, go
so
ahead.
here's the thing. Narcissists don't sleep. This is a fact. Narcissists don't sleep.
What?
This is the thing I had to learn.
Okay.
Narcissists have trouble sleeping.
What?
They always cause conflict. They always cause conflict in like
Between
the
the
hours
hours
where you're
of-
asleep. Yes.
I thought you were
because
gonna
they-
say,
I'm
like,
going to look this up.
when they're curled up in bed, they're actually holding a little ornate mirror and looking
Literally,
at themselves.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking, guys. This is like an actual thing.
Okay, let's do
like
it.
they don't sleep. So what happened was, she called us. She called me.
Whoa, you're right.
I
This
haven't
is
heard
fully
from
a
her
thing.
It's a thing.
I had no idea. Okay.
They can't sleep, and they're constantly like finding ways, like causing chaos. Like they're constantly causing chaos. But so what
Supposedly,
happened
the reason that narcissists can't sleep is that this is what they've identified is that they have so much fear or hurt or anger about other people not caring about them enough. So they just stay awake,
keeps them awake at night.
thinking about how people don't care about
Honestly,
them.
that
but
tracks.
literally,
That makes me tired.
It's that. It's no, but it's
Yeah,
that
I want to go to
because
sleep right now.
Because anytime,
And I love
like,
myself.
Yeah. Anytime I was like the girl that I'm seeing right now, she would send me screenshots of like my ex, and it would be from the hours of like 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. She would have a different relationship from the hours of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. because I was asleep.
God. Yeah.
It's
So
mental.
because she's
It's
by
like,
herself, maybe it's like I guess if you're a narcissist, you probably feed like your whole life force is fed on what other people are saying to you. So if people are asleep, you're like, come on.
But she couldn't stand knowing that I was obviously in bed with the girl that she cheated
So how did
on
she
me
find
with.
out?
She found out Instagram. The girl posted us. So she posted us and so she found out. She calls us at 4 a.m. I haven't heard from her since February. It is May.
That's
I haven't
nuts.
heard from her since February. She called me. She called her multiple times, sent like a bunch of crazy things. And and
Did she leave you 3-minute voice messages about how she's a catch? Is she Dimitri?
She
Dimitri.
must be. But I'm also like, okay, but you have a girlfriend and your girlfriend's probably in the same bed as you right now, but at 4 a.m. you're calling us. Isn't that absolutely wild?
Yes. What did she say?
I didn't answer.
Respect. That
I
makes
blocked.
sense. That
I
makes
blocked.
sense.
I
That
actually
makes
sent
sense.
her
That is a good
2
idea.
days ago. 2 days after, I sent her like a message like, hey, don't contact me again. Don't talk to me again.
Yeah.
Don't talk to the other girl again. Stop harassing us.
Because I feel
this is
like
gonna be a
these
problem.
two worlds colliding when if you've been lying to two people and then it comes together has to be like your worst nightmare.
Oh my God. And she must have been spiraling. She must still be spiraling. Like she probably can't handle
probably
that.
all
'Cause
she's
as a
thinking
narcissist,
about.
imagine. That's it. But anyways, these were my 2 weeks.
Whoa. Well,
That
first,
was it.
congrats. Actually,
Yeah,
double
mazel
congrats.
tov.
The whole thing sounds great.
Yeah, win.
Okay, I'm
Win,
gonna
win,
look
win.
up traits of narcissists, like what actually defines
Yeah,
somebody as a
it's-
narcissist.
I found out that my ex is apparently married. I have her like I blocked her and didn't follow her and stuff, so I found out through my mom from my dad, who's still Facebook friends with her.
Wait, which ex? Like the recent one?
No, this is like years ago.
Oh.
No, not that quick. But
Like, that'd be weird. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't confirm it. I have no idea unless I ask my dad to look for me because I'm not friends with her on Facebook. And then even if I could check on Instagram, kind of can't get back into my account because my authenticator app is on my broken phone. So I'm just like, I guess I
that
don't
feel weird?
know. Not being able to get into Instagram.
yeah.
Oh, my ex being married.
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel weird. It's kind of nuts. I mean, like, I don't even know if it's true. Like, but like, my dad said, I don't know why he would make something like that up.
Do you want me to look it up? You don't.
No, well, maybe
Wait, like,
later.
so
Yeah,
your-
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe
Your
after
ex
we record.
is now married?
To you, her
Apparently,
dad.
my ex is now married to my
to
dad.
her dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's my mommy.
It's crazy.
She's your mommy now.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
No, I don't know. I mean, like, you know, I wish her all the best. Not the best terms to break up on, but it's been a long time, and you know, I don't harbor that much
People gotta get
ill will in my heart. People got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
I wish that she'd stayed alone for no. It's just it's weird to like
fair.
you know obviously like we move about our lives in different ways, and I've like progressed a lot personally in the past few years. Internally and externally, and it's strange to like be confronted with that. You're like, huh, yeah, I guess people just keep living.
I don't think I know what any of my exes are doing. Well, I know what
Well,
Blaine's
ask
doing.
your dad.
Well, your dad will know.
Ask my dad. I don't
I'll
know.
ask
Yeah.
your dad. I'll find out.
It's the ex. Well, you know, I try to be on good terms with my exes. It's never worked. I can never
too.
be on good terms with them. I don't know why, but I just can't. But this one was like there was no way. There was no way for me to ever be on good
No.
terms with this person.
But you should even why would you even want to be friends with somebody who?
Why would I even want to be? But like the amount of research I've done about narcissistic personality disorder, because I thought I was crazy. Like I was being gaslit. I was from December to February, those 3 months, I thought I was going like crazy. I was like, I know you're cheating on me, but you're not. I don't have any proof.
Yeah.
And you're manipulating it in a way that, and I was like, I'm losing my mind. And so when we broke up, then the healing started happening. I was blaming myself, thinking I was like the worst person ever.
It's brutal.
This truth bomb, I was like,
you were right the whole time. Yeah, I've
and
had that before.
It felt like a weight. Yeah, it felt like a weight
Brutal.
off my shoulders. But I'm still kind of processing it too, because I'm like,
Yeah, absolutely.
my God, I was fully, what was happening?
You're completely bought in to the sort of mindset or world that they've, trapped you in. And the hindsight of looking back on those moments, interactions, things you've said, things they've said through the lens of understanding that you were being manipulated is so jarring at times, because it'll come out of nowhere and hit you like a freight train, where it's like, this interaction where you have, for years possibly felt shame over the way you behaved, all of a sudden you realize that you were, not only were you not in the wrong, but you were being actively twisted around. And it's like,
and also
it's frustrating because you can't go back and change anything about it.
I think it's frustrating because you don't know what the lesson is. Should it be don't trust anyone? No.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to take from
what
the
did
experience?
I learn? Right.
It's tough.
What I learned is that, I kind of what I learned was obviously that I need to focus on myself. Self-concept was number one that I
That's a great lesson.
And I also had to learn what I really wanted in a relationship, as in the trust. I need full communication. There needs to be boundaries set, because she also had no boundaries with her ex.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I was worried about.
I think boundaries is a big thing that you very slowly learn over relationships, is what your hard lines are. And that takes a really long time to figure out, and to feel comfortable advocating for too. To be like, no, I actually am not comfortable with this. Thank you. Fuck off if you don't like it. It takes people a really long time.
That's what I learned. But I was it's just wild. So beware of narcissists, because they can, my God. I never thought I would be someone who would be in this situation. Just knowing me, I was like, there would never be anyone who could manipulate me like that. But it happened.
They're good at it. I dated a pathological liar, and
I think she was also that as well.
I think they often.
Yeah.
What hours do they operate?
11 p.m. 7 a.m.
No,
7
he was
a.m.
all the time. But it was. I've had a couple of run-ins with pathological liars, and he was one that was just a little bit too stupid. Some of them are really, really, really smart. They're just really good at telling lies. Of course I was going to figure it out. So he told me he was a rugby player. He was like, I play rugby. Right. And there was this period of time where there were these floods in Australia. So he stayed at my house for a week because we couldn't really drive anywhere. And I was like, don't you have rugby this week? And he was like, yeah, actually, it's this afternoon. Can you drive me? And I was like, weird coincidence. Okay, though. So he gets in his rugby gear, and then he's like, just drop me off the train station. It's fine. He gets in his rugby gear, and I drop him at the train station.
Okay.
And then he comes home, I don't know, maybe 4 hours later, and he's dirty, and he's played rugby or whatever. And I started to suspect that it wasn't true, because he only ever said, yeah, I have rugby practice. Can you drop me off? When I mentioned it. Otherwise, it never happened. And so but the lies were very, a lot of, his dad shot him in the foot when he was a kid. And at one point he crashed my car, and lied to me about it. And the interaction was a very funny one. So he used my car while I was out of town. And I get home, and my car has, damage to the front of it. And I was like, did you crash my car? And he was like, no, I don't know how that happened. And I was like, I don't believe you.
What? That's crazy. Look at that. That's so
It must have happened while I was parked.
Somebody must have hit it with a rugby ball.
And I was like, look, I don't believe you. And he was like, well, that's not fair. I'm telling you the truth. Why would you not believe it? And I was like, I don't know, but I do not believe what you're saying. I think that you did this, and I think you're full of shit. And he screamed at me. He was so angry at me for not believing it.
They get angry.
So happy about it. And then I was like, okay, well, regardless, we have a problem here. So if you lied or not, it doesn't matter. I don't believe you, meaning there's a trust problem. And I think that we need to work on that. And then I get a letter a week later that said, hey, here's this picture of you fucking hitting somebody. You owe us this much insurance money. It was literally photographed of him hitting somebody at a gas station. So I was like, cool, well, that's done. That's the reason we broke up, is that I finally had proof of something. But with the rugby as well, I ended up just lying to him to catch him out because I couldn't. It was an insane thing to do. He was getting changed, coming home dirty. So I just said, hey, I met someone on your rugby team. And he was like, who? And I was like, Sean. And he said, you don't play rugby. And he was like, how long have you known for? And I was like, you what? He had a full
just rolling around
outfit.
In the dirt out there.
He would come back dirty, and he never played. Also, like, the whole thing was nuts. But another very weird thing about it is, I don't give a fuck about rugby. Why would you lie to me about that?
People getting caught in lies that aren't even necessary to have
cool
made
at
in
all.
the first place. Like,
What was it that you tweeted the other day? It was about how you saw somebody at the gym and it wasn't impressive.
who?
Charlotte, the TikTok thing. And that guy replied.
What was I
You
saw
were like, I
Jared
saw this
Leto at the
person.
gym.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and I was
And
like,
you were
I
like,
can't think of a least impressive thing to brag about. And this guy stitched and he was like, yeah, who gives a shit?
Because it's
And I
not
was
even
like,
impressive.
'cause it's not even
And you were like,
impressive.
well, yeah, that was the
That
point I was
joke.
making.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Very
Like,
wild.
God.
But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
him lying to me about, like, there was loads of stuff, and I'm sure I've forgotten lots of it now, but it was all stuff I didn't care about. Stuff that, like, playing rugby, I could go sign up to a rugby team right now and go play rugby once a week. That's not
You could come
impressive.
back dirty.
I could.
I would
could
believe
go
you that
come
you were
back
playing
dirty. Yeah.
He bought
Yeah.
Come back a little dirty.
The gear was legit, and he had me drive him places, and then he came back 4 hours later. And the thing is, when you talk about stuff like this, it's always, people are always like, how did you not figure it out? You don't just assume by default that people are lying about this stuff.
Yeah,
So it's only when it all threads
exactly.
together that you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
found out he didn't have a driver's license, by the way. So he crashed my car because he never even had a driver's license. And before I had let him borrow it, when he did drive my car a few times, I was like, he's a really bad driver. And at one
What
point I
is
started
going
like accidentally giving him a couple of tips. Like I was like, maybe try to stay like closer to the left or whatever. And he'd be like, I know what I'm fucking doing. And it turns out he didn't.
He did
He
not. He
drove
actually
the
didn't.
car without a driver's license and no driving experience just so that I would think he could. And it was.
Alana, where did you meet this person?
We worked at a call center together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. That's wild.
Can only
That's-
wonder what he was telling the people he was on the phone with.
Honestly, yeah, no.
So he also got
pathological lies are
fired.
crazy.
He did get fired from that call center.
He got fired?
Yeah,
Kept
while we were
showing
both
up
working
in
there.
muddy rugby clothes.
He blamed me in a way that so we started dating while we worked together, and when he got fired he was like, yeah, it's because like when I was doing sales I kept like sending them to you so that you would get the bonus. I have no idea why he actually got fired, but and I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet, I can't believe that happened, I'm so angry at them, what
My
the
hero.
fuck,
Yeah.
that's so
My
nice of you.
hero. Yeah.
I don't know
my
why he got
hero.
fired, no idea. It
That's
was
unhinged.
But I think so. Well, it is, and I'm making fun of him. I think the thing about it is the amount of insecurity. Like to have to build up your entire personality, both narcissism and pathological lying, are just so much insecurity, and I feel like that's super sad. Like it's a thing that a lot of people don't know how to get out of when they start being pathological liars. They don't even know they're doing it.
It's
It's sad, and like I want to feel bad, but I have so much anger towards this person that I'm like, fuck him, fuck her, fuck this guy who broke like crashed.
I'm not
your
mad at
car.
the guy who crashed
Like,
my car. I don't think he was a bad dude.
now.
Well, no, the second
am
pathological
pissed
liar
off
I dealt with, I'm furious at, and probably will
Two?
be forever. Yeah, the second. I didn't date him though. He was a friend, but it was
Do you have a type?
I didn't date him.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That was
I thought of it
Just
before
a
you
friend.
said that. So
it's
I just
almost
was gonna
worse when
say
they're a
that.
friend. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
like you find out
actually,
that like
'cause
all of
it's
this
like,
shit
yeah.
wasn't true. That like was just part of your life. It's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't begin to understand the headspace. I dated someone once who, through some means of insecurity, I had an improv show or a sketch show. So it wasn't improvised anymore. We had
That's
planned
completely
it out and ran
scripted.
it for 6 weeks. Yeah, but we got to it through improv. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, like had a final show and my mom came and they came, and then they were like, I gotta go, I have some work to do. And it was the last of 6 shows. I had never done anything like it. And it was like, we all went to the bar afterwards, me and my classmates, because it was through like the Second City program here in Hollywood. And I'm there trying to drink and celebrate the finishing of the run of our show with my friends and I get, yeah, I don't know, co-stars. I don't know. It feels weird. It's such a small production.
Right,
anyway,
right.
my mom had come from
esteemed
Pennsylvania.
co-stars.
My esteemed co-stars.
My
We did
fellow
it
actors.
from the theater to my fellow thespians. It was a
Yeah.
popular TikTok thespian. But
boy.
we're like trying to enjoy it, and then all of a sudden they start blowing up my phone with messages about how I always have to be in the spotlight, and it always has to be about Charlotte, and like I'm so self-centered, and sometimes it's the Charlotte show. And I was like, I didn't realize, I was like, I'm a very anxious person. I get nauseous and I kind of like sweat and have very physical reactions to anxiety. So I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect, I was like, it was the Charlotte show. That was the point.
Yeah.
Like, they came to see me on stage in actual literal spotlights do my thing.
That's a show.
Right.
The
by
last of
definition.
6
That's
weeks,
the
it's a
show.
show. And I also named the show. And I also put up 2 or 3 sketches in the show. It was,
Did you call it the Charlotte show? Because that's a bit much.
no, it was called Really Good Grief.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I
You're all
really,
right. You're
I'm
all
still
right.
tickled by it. The Charlotte show, though, incoming fastly, I'm sure. Only a
about
matter of time. Looking at you, TV networks, even you, True TV. But it was just so like jarring to look back and go like, yeah, of course it was the Charlotte show. What are you talking about? And it was just they were so off put. I think that I was getting so much attention from other people, that
Right.
attention that they couldn't necessarily offer, because that's not what you look for in a partner. You don't want to be like applauded by 50 people in one person. That's weird. I don't know, all kinds of psychological stuff going on. And like, it was so like, like there was more stuff that happened that weekend while my mom was, and it essentially ruined the trip
That's a bummer.
that my mom had taken to see me, because I was such a wreck that I couldn't eat, I couldn't talk to her, I could barely sleep. It was awful.
It's
but it was the Charlotte show.
It's definitely a thing that I've never been able to relate to that isn't uncommon in relationships, is people not liking to see their partner succeed. They're into partnership competitivity.
I cannot understand that.
Neither.
So-
that is something I do not understand.
I only ever want both my
Me
friends and my
too.
partners to succeed always.
Me too.
So I think
Me
I can
too.
understand this headspace, because I used to be much more insecure and much more
Okay.
emotionally erratic, and
Emotionally
really
erotic?
Emotionally erotic now, emotionally
Erotic,
erratic
yeah.
then. Nice winking for the audio listeners. Alana's having some sort of spasm.
And it's
that.
very sexy.
And it's so sexy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Sealand
It's
sexy.
super hot.
Sexy as fuck.
Prince Michael is on his knees.
He's right here.
Be my
Ready
queen.
and Dimitri. They're all here.
But like,
Dimitri.
you know, I had a lot of like being trans and not knowing it, being raised Catholic, and basically, you know, growing up in a house where, you know, we didn't really talk about feelings and stuff. I didn't know how to express stuff, and I would get competitive and feel shame in myself for not reaching heights that other people did. And I've done work personally, and, you know, I've grown a lot, and I don't feel that way anymore. I love to celebrate my friends and see them succeed. But like,
So
when
yeah.
this is
do
also
you-
when I was like,
If it comes from insecurity, what do you think directly leads? What is the direct path from insecurity to competitivity? Is it that you are just constantly comparing yourself to others?
I think it's comparing yourself to others. I think it's hard to get in that headspace, honestly, because it was so negative
it's not
and so
uncommon.
toxic. So it's not uncommon, no. And I think it's something a lot of like men are conditioned to feel in some
Men
ways.
do not get enough compliments is also like, I for sure think that's a thing that like
That might be part of it. Yeah. I mean, like,
Right.
yeah, it's like, it's something that as a teen, I think I struggled with, which I'm not asking for sympathy. I was kind of a dickhead a lot of the time.
We all were.
But I mean, that's what ages like 15 through like 20 are for, right?
He was also
like,
a dickhead.
I mean, like you think about things and
Yeah.
you're like, did I really say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it kind of sucks. It's embarrassing, but like,
Well, then how do you think you got out of it?
Realizing how much stuff I was not examining in myself, I think was huge. And then also like being alone, like it's harder to work on yourself when you're in a relationship and you're like focusing on how you are in relation to the other person, because it's, you know, it's easier to work on yourself when you can have the space for yourself. So like,
Yeah.
it's not work I did while I was in a relationship with someone. It took a lot of like conscious rebuilding, and therapy was huge.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes that competition comes from, you know, I'm not saying like blame other partners. I'm saying like sometimes you're not in a good match and they may also feel some of the same things. So
You could
like,
be feeding each other, yeah.
yeah, I think recognizing that it's happening is maybe the biggest first step. Like,
Right.
take a step back and think about it. Are you actually mad that this person got, I don't know, some sort of opportunity, some sort of promotion, some sort of accolade or recognition? Like, are you actually mad that they have it, or are you mad that you don't?
Yeah.
So
That's like therapy 101. It's like kind of pinpointing the issue and seeing why it bothers you, or what fear what it triggers in you. For you
Yeah.
to have that fear.
The
So, yeah.
competitivity is probably a lot of inadequacy. It's like feeling like
I think that's a lot of it. Yeah. And it's,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, like I could get much deeper into it, but I also felt a lot of, maybe not competitiveness, but like an innate and like twisted jealousy of femininity too. Previous partners, because it was something I couldn't have. I mean, which
Right.
I could obviously, but it was something that was really frustrating for me, and I didn't have the
Was
words.
that at a time where you
for it.
didn't know why you felt that
I didn't know
frustration
why.
as well?
Yeah, this was totally before the egg
That
had
makes
cracked,
sense.
as it were.
Yeah.
But because I would, you know, be with these women, and I would be like, why do I feel this way? Like, why am I angry that they are expressing themselves in this way? And it could be about
Yeah.
like articles of clothing, or just even like demeanor in social settings, or like piercings or tattoos, which like are not gendered necessarily, but like can be expressed in that way. And it would drive me like nuts. And I would just be like, and it would like bring out this really ugly side that, like, I'm not saying that I was not responsible for it at all, because it did take self-examination to work on it. But I think if we're looking for where it came from, that's probably a big part of a lot of it.
It's crazy because I can't imagine you being the kind of person who would be judgmental over any of those things. But anyone under certain circumstances, you can.
It's the growth.
It's the growth.
I felt the same way with like men. Like when I was younger, like men, I would like be like I would always see myself as a competition towards men, or like be jealous of a man, because I'd be like, oh man, like, and it wasn't because I wanted to be a man. I think I was.
It's more about
pretty secure in
masculinity.
It was the masculinity that I also like. I really wanted, and like that's so like I totally feel you. Like that was definitely something. I mean. Yeah, it's like, and I also feel like in lesbian relationships, like a lot of times you would think that there would be a lot of competition because you guys are both sort of similar in the sense, like you guys, especially if you are in the like the same industry.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be that competition, but like I'm totally like, God, I'm like my partner's popular and famous and all that. I'm like,
you're living authentically.
Yeah.
Extremely
but
big
it's
thing.
but I totally get that. But look at the growth, Charlotte. Look at you.
Yeah, still getting there. I'm not perfect, but do a lot better than I was
I'm
as
not
a
saying
younger
that. I
woman.
never said you were perfect.
Well, I
Literally
guess I
nobody
am a
said that.
catch. Well, I guess I am perfect.
Yeah, maybe
I am-
on Sealand
Prince Michael.
with two people.
The only catch you're getting off Sealand is a marlin. 6-footer.
Oh
A
no. Oh no.
What a good conversation.
I have a
because
story
I
to-
feel
for us.
like
Yeah, go
I have a
Please.
story
Go
to
ahead.
completely throw into relief anything I just said and
Beautiful.
discredit
Totally.
myself.
Let's go.
This one doesn't really result in me making any growth or sleeping with beautiful women or princes. So meet your expectations.
Okay.
My leave. That's okay, I guess.
I was how do I put this? I was inadvertently horny on Maine.
Of course.
In a unique way.
Okay.
So I subscribe to a woman's OnlyFans. She's also trans. Sex work is super cool, and you know, I'm not worried about that. We love that, and sometimes
I support many OnlyFans.
We love to see it. Yes,
we love to see it.
And a lot of them are like short videos. You know, maybe
love
a few
the videos.
seconds. The videos loop.
Love it.
Right?
Great, like a GIF.
Can be as
Like a
long as you
GIF.
want it to be.
Can be as long
Like
as
a
you want it
GIF.
to be. It's beautiful. Support the girls. Okay? I gotta support the dolls. Anyway, I subscribe. On the other side of this story, I was using a platform called Last.fm, which, if you're
I'm
familiar, scrubs your audio data. What you're listening to, provides playlists and music recommendations.
Everything?
Well, I had, when I could get into my Instagram account before I broke my phone, I, was like, oh, I'll just check my message requests. I don't do it often, but, every once in a while it's someone asking something about music or
I
whatever.
invited you to a party once. And then you were like, sorry, I missed this. I never checked my DMs.
Well, I checked them. I think because of stuff like that, I'm like, maybe I should check it. Anyway, I think I had just gotten off. Either I had just gotten off a stream or I was working on music for a couple hours, so I kind of wasn't paying attention to stuff. And I was like recovering from being either public or like doing stuff.
Sure.
And I'm like checking stuff and I'm like, oh, okay, what's this? And I'm like respond to my story. And then I see one from a user that is like just a message, not like a story response or reaction. And I usually try to check those every once in a while because you can find some gems. And I do not remember their username. And I do not remember their profile picture, anything about them. It just said, Charlotte, I don't know if you know this, but unless you change the settings, Last.fm hears everything you do and watch and listen to.
And shares it with people?
Everything. And I was like, what does that mean? And I just went, oh my God. And I went to my computer and I go to Last.fm and my top track is this woman's OnlyFans. And I think I talked about having Last.fm at some point on What a Show or in some kind of content, and it was McLada. So my top track was this woman's OnlyFans.
Oh no!
And you can't do anything about it. You can't change it.
You can't remove it?
Well, you can't remove it, and I don't
It's
know
still
how
there?
long it had been there. It could have been
Is
days.
it still there?
No. So here's what happened. I found out that
gonna look
I think
for
it
it.
was going by week. It's not there, and I'll tell you why. I think it was going by week, and I changed it to all time, and it changed it to another song by Loser Parade. Our friend Tara's band, who I played with in a show a couple weeks ago.
That's so cool. I wish
Super
I'd seen
awesome.
it.
Yeah, well, I hope I get to play with them again.
Yeah.
But anyway, change it to that. So then it switches that to the top one. And I'm like, okay, is this going to happen again? And then it wasn't out of shame, but more a primal panic of my privacy being broadcast for anyone who wanted to see it.
Does
that
top
I just,
track mean it's the one you listen to the most, and that's
it
because
just
it looped?
said her username.
Interesting.
Like, just I don't think the Last.fm is
Oh my
equipped to
God.
post stuff from OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
And so,
but it's the one that you had listened to the most is why it was the top.
I guess for that
my
week,
God.
maybe it was like a Monday or a Tuesday. I don't remember. It must have
seems
looped
incredible.
enough. It must have been like a 4-second video that just looped over and over and over again. And so I'm like, I can't change it. I get it to display something else. And then Justin, I hadn't felt this way since I was a teenager, and I forgot to clear the browsing data on the family computer. And I was like, and it was a panicked and like pins and needles feeling that was totally like fight or flight. And I was like, and I deleted the account.
You just
I
deleted
just
your
wholesale.
whole Lost FM?
I changed like the username and like the profile picture, and then I was just like, bleh, and then I just deleted it. I just got rid of it. This all happened in the span of like 20 minutes. I went
respect
from
it.
I
Burn
read
the whole
the
fucking
Instagram,
thing
the DM, and I just went, oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! And I
God.
paced
Oh
her
my
out of my
God.
room. I was like, "Oh my god!"
no.
Because the brain waves of putting
Yeah.
together. The
Realistically,
DM,
it doesn't actually matter.
No,
well,
it doesn't.
You didn't commit a crime.
I didn't commit a crime.
Doesn't
It's
matter,
good to
and-
support people on OnlyFans because
No,
like
Right?
there's so few
Yeah,
platforms where
you're
sex workers
fine.
can actually do anything. It
Yes,
was more that
you're
like
fine.
my private life as
Yes.
like a semi-public individual was all of a sudden out there for people to see, which is not a great feeling.
And it's also something that like your whole life you're taught that you're not supposed to share.
Yes, that too. So like there's a lot of mental head games going into it. And also I
Wow.
like my privacy. And so I didn't like the idea of something that I couldn't control. Which like what the fuck, Last FM? Why is it just scraping everything that's played?
I would have leaned into it even more. I would have screenshotted it, posted on my Twitter, be like, "Hey guys, just want to let you know."
This
Yeah,
is
but
my
you would have
post.
deleted it
This
now
is
or
me.
later. I
This
see
is
your
me.
tweets.
I'm talking about
Me?
it on
Yeah,
the podcast.
Fiona's a tweet deleter.
Are you a tweet deleter?
Because I tweet some spicy things that I
then
need to
delete
delete
them.
afterwards.
I mean,
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
you're
tweets that I
spicy.
know I'm gonna regret it next time.
catch
But but what, you watch porn?
See,
Okay.
my
So
my
does everyone
tweet
else.
delete is talking about on a podcast that will
That's
stay up
true. You
forever.
made
That
it
will probably
so
be on the
permanent.
Voyager
Good.
eventually.
This is going to be on somebody's Lost FM.
It will be. Yeah, it very well could
Full
be.
circle.
It was so like, it felt like I was like 13. I was like, oh my god.
So funny.
And so I was
That
just
is so
like,
funny.
I was just like burned to the ground. I'm still gonna support her,
Burn the
at
whole
least for
thing
the time
down.
being. It's kind of
That's
expensive.
amazing.
I used to not use a private browser whenever I watched porn, and I was using YouPorn. And so anytime I would go to publicly type in YouTube on my phone,
Yo.
just do it all.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I was like,
God.
fuck it, I like living on the edge.
Oh, guys.
Nothing
I
ever
mean-
happened. Somebody was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it. Well, we're going to YouTube
it was
right
YouPorn.
now,
It's
my
a site
friend."
for watching pornography. Why?
Yes.
Are you
What's
a
the
virgin?
problem?
So, what's the problem here, guys? That's so great.
So yeah,
I'm
that's
so
that's
glad
my
you
story.
experienced that.
I as soon as
Wow.
it happened, I was like, I need to talk about this on Red Lips Orange
So
Car.
good.
It's
I
perfect.
appreciate that,
It's
and I'm
absolutely
so
perfect.
sorry and proud of you at the same time.
It was so funny. It was so funny to
my
get this
God.
random good Samaritan that was like, so Charlotte, I don't know if you
That
know
is
this."
actually very nice.
And I
That's really
almost
sweet of them.
responded to them, but I was like, you know what? Let's just leave it.
Delete it.
Let's just
leave it.
and delete it. But
They-
this is a nice shout out.
They could have posted it on Reddit or
Yeah.
whatever, but they did
That's
it privately.
true.
Yeah. Good on them. They must
Be
I
a
don't know if
good
they're like, what a
Dimitri,
show.
not a
be
bad
a
Dimitri.
good Dimitri. Not a bad Dimitri.
Not a bad Dimitri.
Just
You
because the
sent
guy's
private
name is
message.
Dimitri.
All guys' names are Dimitri. That's it.
It is Dimitri. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
proud
love
of you.
that.
Okay, so because I love closing loops before we end the show,
Okay.
it was a thing that I was going to do and then didn't, which is the list of things that define a narcissist.
Okay.
Number
Let's
one,
do it.
grandiose sense of self-importance. That's the one I think
Okay.
we most know, is that you just like really think you're super fucking important. It's worse than
Right.
arrogance or vanity, which a lot of people have different facets of. Grandiosity is an unrealistic sense of superiority. They believe they are unique or special and can only be understood by other special people. So they think they're just way too cool for everyone else, only want to be associated with other high status people, which could probably lead to narcissists like only dating people who have followers or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were, I think she was dating me, at least my ex was dating me for the clout. Then she kept saying, like, she kept telling people behind my back that, like, I didn't have a lot of friends. And I was like, no, I have tons of friends. I just don't have friends that's going to benefit you. That's it. That's the...
I see.
She was telling people I didn't have any friends. I was like, I have a you know, I'm not saying I'm like the most popular
But
person
you
ever,
also
like, I
would
a
have
good
loads of
couple
popular friends.
I mean, I do, but that's not going to benefit her. I don't know. I don't have a lot of TikTok popular friends. I don't know these people. Like, I'm
Gotcha.
not, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. It also says high status places and things. So I guess that would be like going to expensive restaurants or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Buying expensive clothes. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, speaking of clothes, Fiona and I have matching jumpsuits now.
We do, and we're going to wear them.
They
We
were
gotta
on
wear
they
them
were on
together
mega
once.
sale. We were in the store together.
And then we got overalls.
Coveralls.
Okay, is it an overall, a coverall, or a jumpsuit?
It's a
'Cause
coverall.
those
It's
are
a
not
long
the same thing.
Coverall.
Well, wait, what's the
coverall.
difference between a jumpsuit and a coverall?
Jumpsuit and coveralls are the same thing.
Are they?
Well, it has long sleeves and it fits like a jumpsuit.
Coveralls are like coveralls are like the workwear. The
Yeah,
style,
I have, like-
the coverall style. Jumpsuit can be kind of like a different style, but
Squares
they
and
are
rectangles.
coveralls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As nouns, the difference between overall and jumpsuit is that a coverall is a loose-fitting protective garment worn over
There
clothing.
it is. There it is.
Jumpsuit
Over clothing.
is a one-piece item of clothing originally used by parachutists. So I guess you can wear a jumpsuit by itself. A coverall requires things underneath.
Jumpsuit's like a different shape.
I have both. I have a
Parachutes.
jumpsuit and I have a coveralls.
We
Which
have the
one matches?
coveralls that match.
Matching coveralls.
The jumpsuits.
Thank you. What?
No, they're not jumpsuits.
No,
They're coveralls.
they're jumpsuits.
Fuck. Do you wear clothes
No,
underneath
because-
them?
No, you don't
Yes,
have to.
you wear a shirt. Well, you don't have
Wear
to,
a
but you wear a
shirt,
shirt.
yeah.
You can wear a
Then
shirt.
it's coverall.
It's a
Okay,
coverall.
it was on mega sale. That's what's important.
It was on
What's
mega sale.
mega
That's what's
sale?
important.
I didn't want to buy anything. We were in this place, and I was like, okay, I'll look around, Fiona. And then I heard someone say to Fiona, yeah, these are on mega sale. And I whipped
Yeah.
around from the rack across the store and said, mega sale?
And it immediately
What does that
clocked it
mean?
immediately.
Yeah.
It just means it was on mega
It was
sale.
on mega sale.
Just- it's
$85
just on
for a
big
whole,
sale.
for a whole jumpsuit / coveralls.
That's expensive.
Not for when
I
they're
know, but
180
It was mega sale.
normally. It's like half off.
Normally, yeah.
It's 2 pieces of
Good
clothing.
quality.
It's pants and
Good
shirt.
quality stuff.
What's it
Yeah.
made out of?
Cotton,
Steel.
steel, metal.
Cotton steel is my favorite type of Pokemon hybrid.
It's steel wool. It's
Oh my
so
God.
painful.
It hurts so much, but
we've
it
matched
looks
so
good.
much.
And we matched.
I
Very
went
proud
to
of you,
Sealand
very proud
and
of you both.
all I got
Very
was
proud of
this
you both.
jumpsuit and dicked down.
By
Down by Prince Michael.
Prince Michael.
Anyway, we're not
Narcissists.
narcissists
Okay, yes.
because we admire
Alana,
each
yes.
other. I'm a
Also believe
Fionacist.
that they deserve and expect recognition. So even when they haven't done anything, they deserve and expect recognition.
Need a
They
gold
will
star.
often exaggerate or outright lie about their achievements and talents.
Yes. Fair.
When they talk about work or relationships, all you'll hear is how much they contribute, how great they are, and how lucky the people in their lives are to have them. I totally interviewed somebody like that for a job not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
They are the undisputed star, the Charlotte Show, and everyone else. It's crazy. It says it in the article. And everyone else is
Yeah.
at best a bit player. That's number one.
Okay.
It's just a bit.
Then there's a sense of entitlement because they consider themselves
Yeah.
special. They expect favorable treatment at all times. Exploit others without guilt or shame. So zero guilt or shame for exploitation. They never develop the ability to identify with the feelings of others or to put themselves in the other people's shoes. In other words, they lack empathy. In many ways, they view the people in their lives as objects to serve their needs.
Yeah.
Rough.
They also like, and the thing about narcissists that suck, unless they admit, they can find a time to admit to themselves that they are a narcissist and that they want to work on it, it's actually untreatable.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if there's a way that you can ever get out of it.
You can't like narcissists have a really tough time getting treated because they legitimately do not see themselves as wrong ever.
Because they can't. That's the problem.
They
Oh,
can't.
that's interesting. Why would you
So-
seek treatment if you're not sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only chance is if they're not, I guess not forced, but they can come out of that for a little bit and see that they need help and then go get help.
I bet there's some kind of shot in the butt cheek that could cure that right up. I'll send them to my
right
people.
out.
Did we ever address why you
Antibiotics.
did that?
Oh, I got a Friday the
It's
13th
antibiotics.
tattoo that's gotten a little
Oh,
red.
I thought you were talking about antibiotics.
Yeah, and
so
I got
you
antibiotics because
Oh,
it could
you got
be
the
infected.
tattoo infected.
Yeah,
right.
it's a pineapple.
Oh, it doesn't
Cute.
look
Yeah.
infected.
The area around it was starting to look discolored and feel a little like firm and swollen. So I was like, I might as well get out ahead of it.
Was that the first time you've had
Okay.
that happen to a tattoo?
Yeah, yeah. So it's not allergies.
Super chill. Oh. Can antibiotics help with allergies?
Well, no, but sometimes that reaction can be allergic to a tattoo,
The
or tattoo
allergic
ink.
reaction.
But
Let
this
me
I
just-
think is like an infection.
I just want to make my reaction more dramatic. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Can
Yeah, okay.
antibiotics? Hang on.
Oh, all right,
Can,
yeah.
Can
take your time.
antibiotics help with allergies?
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
it's getting closer.
if your
Let me check out that
allergies
nostril.
are being infected,
How did you do that? I can't do that. I don't have a Mac, guys. I can just like get really close.
Yeah, I don't have a Mac.
Do antibiotics cure allergies?
Antibiotics?
Do antibiotics?
All right, that's what you tune in for, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. And the answer is no.
We did it.
I'm pretty sure they don't. Thank you for watching. This
Thanks for
podcast
having
will be
us.
up next month also. Fiona, where can people find you and what are you up to?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, Fiona Nova. Instagram, Fiona_Nova. When is this coming out?
This week, as soon as possible.
Oh, cool. I have a Kickstarter.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
have a Kickstarter. It is launched for my short film. It is about a bisexual swordswoman in 17th century Versailles. Please support it if you can. Please share it. Please retweet it.
Based on a
Please
true
like
story,
it.
right?
It is based. It's
So
based on
cool.
It's inspired by like true events of a true historical figure in the 17th
so
century.
cool.
So
That's awesome.
please support
I'll leave a link
it.
in the description.
Yeah, and also like juice it up a little bit because I need the juice.
Yeah,
Needs-
because you're
needs to be juiced.
filming in France.
I am filming
That's
in
so
France, so it's a
cool.
little more expensive than usual. But
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, go support that. Charlotte, where can people find you and what are you up to?
They can find me on Last FM.
MC
just getting
Lotta.
dick down.
Dick Down by Prince Michael.
By Prince Michael. It's the OnlyFans. You can find me at MC_Lotta, LOTTA, pretty much everywhere. You can find me at Mom's Home, wherever you listen to music. And also, Ship Hits the Fan, the podcast that I host with Brian Garr and Patrick Brown. Season 2 is beginning, and it's real good. So go listen to that if you haven't. We have merch coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'm gonna get me some of that.
Look at us.
Look
Get
at
some of
this guy.
that
Who'd have thought?
merch.
Who would have that? Who would have that?
Oh, if you know anyone at Meta that can help me get into my Instagram account,
We could really use the help.
just DM
Really
me
use the help.
on IG and tell me,
Yeah.
walk me through it.
On Meta.
That'd be great. Yo, where are all my Meta employees at? You know they don't carry business cards,
I don't carry business cards.
but like as an organization, they refuse.
Whatever. I
Right?
just want someone to. Meta needs to come in clutch here.
Yeah, well, I need to
Help my girl Charlotte out.
Met a girl on Hinge and
Okay,
girl.
all right. Okay.
Okay.
See you next month, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Christ.